How's it? Today is November 27th. It's Friday. It's the Friday after Thanksgiving. And I'm just very thankful that the gym is open. I had to lift at 8 a.m. It was 36 degrees. I was freezing. I did like a 5 minute bike to warm up. And then I did like 4 sets of bar just so that I could get some blood flowing. It was actually a challenge warming up. My skin was hurting when I touched the bar, and I just felt sticky. Everything was a little bit sore. I didn't have a lot of sleep last night. I went to sleep a lot later than I wanted to, and I woke up a lot earlier than would be a good night's sleep. I had, I think, probably like 4 hours of sleep. So I actually spent the night at my girlfriend's house in Monterey, and I spent Thanksgiving with her family. It was good. I like the food. I like the company and like hanging out with everyone. It was a fun time. But today I am just back on the grind of the snatch. So actually later today, we are going to San Diego for a drive, and so that's why today's workout is includes the deadlift on there. Normally my deadlifts are a separate day on Saturdays, but life happens, and you always just try to accommodate for that. And I'm not mad at it. I think today's workout was actually a really good workout. I hit 95 and 125. I hit both of those twice, and then I missed both of them on the first attempt. So, yeah, like 95, 125. If I'm able to hit those numbers like regularly, that would be a good opener for me. And I think, like, having said that out loud, like, if I can keep my opener at that weight, that would be crazy for me at this point, because I don't feel like I'm capable of lifting more than that, like or too much more than that. But it's like if I can hit them for 3 singles in one workout, with requisite rest, like 2 minute, 3 minute rests, then I think that says a lot about the level of strength that I'm at. So yeah, it's just a little thought that I just had literally as I'm sitting here recording this video. I think one thing that I've been drilling, I think I mentioned it last week, but I've been drilling is my start position. So you see here where I lean all the way back to get upper back tension, and then I lean a little bit forward to set my hips in the right spot. So there it is again. I've been trying to do that a little bit more, just because I think that my hips have been rising a little bit too much out of the hole, like right as I pick up the weight. That's my last warm-up set there. And here's my first attempt at 95. It's the one I miss. You can see there that I had kind of a parabolic movement where my extension wasn't as smooth as it normally is. That was a lot better. Here's my last attempt. I think that was a better extension. That was probably the best extension, even though I did end up ballerinaing that at the end. I said that was hard, and I was right. That was a little bit hard. So as I was mentioning, I think that start position, I like here you can see it on the clean. Like if my hips are a little bit higher than my knees, then that's typically in a spot where, like, physiologically and anatomically, my quad muscles are working to push my hips to extension, or to extend my hips, and so that'll keep my hips from rising as I stand up. And if I can maintain that type of movement or start position with the snatch, I would be a much more consistent lifter, and I think honestly I would end up lifting more weight overall, because I think a lot of times the things that I miss are due to positioning errors, not because I'm too slow or too weak. But another thing that would help with that is lifting more through my wrists. That's the cue that I use is lift like Lasha, which some people say knuckles down, some people say wrist up. But what that does is it pulls the bar a little bit closer to my body so that I can get to optimal extension position. And if I can do that, then I think that I'll be a more consistent lifter. Extensions will be better, be higher, I'll be quicker and everything. So here's my first set at 125. Clean was pretty good, and then I missed a jerk. I honestly felt like with it at the top that there was no way I was going to make that jerk, but I wasn't going to give up. So I tried, and I didn't give up for the rest of the workout either. I jumped a little bit forward on that clean for some reason. I tend to cut my cleans short as extension wise, and I am not happy with that. That's a old habit of mine that I used to have years and years and years ago. I thought I was going to throw up there because I had to burp. It's my last attempt. Here's the best clean for sure. You can hear D in the back saying nice clean. I thought it was easily the best clean. I'm very lucky that I was quick on that jerk. I didn't think that dip was very good, but it can always be better, So that was my last attempt. After that, I moved into the deadlift doubles. My goal was to hit 170 deadlift, but Steve's instructions were make sure that there is no back rounding whatsoever on the reps, and make sure that the first rep is no grinding, and second rep is okay if it grinds a little bit. So I hit 160 here. This is my top set, and it was a little bit grindy, and I was like, uh-oh, like if I try to increase the weight even to 165, then that wouldn't be following Steve's criteria. So this was the top set. Aside from that, this workout was really good. I hit all the numbers that I wanted to, but yeah. So for last week on the front squat, there was no pause front squat. Last week I did just normal speed front squat, so I hit 140, and I was trying to get pause 140 today, but I ended up doing only 130. That's the best I did today. I tried 135, but I failed here. I think a lot of it has to do with me lifting in the morning. I didn't have a proper breakfast in the morning, and slight contributing factor is the fact that I had to do the pause front squat. So I typically don't think that the pause front squat's very different from my normal front squat because I don't quite use the bounce anyway. But yeah, so my down sets were 10% off of 130, and then just real simple 3 sets of 3. Yeah, so right after this I'm gonna end up going home and getting ready to go to San Diego. Thank you for watching. Shoots.